Hello Girls Rock 2020. I am Victoria. My pronouns are she, her, and this is a quick video on recording apps. There are hundreds of different apps, maybe thousands. I don't know if that's stretching it. There's at least hundreds of different recording apps that you can use. I'm making this intro quick because we have a lot to cover. We're going to be talking about BandLab, Voicey, and Motif, not in that order. It's actually going to be opposite of that. But I just want to go on ahead and just dive right in. There's a lot of really cool things that we can do with these recording apps. So let's go. So the first app that we are going to be talking about is from Shure. It's called Motif Audio. Shure is a microphone and like earphone company, and they do a whole bunch of audio related stuff, but they have a series of mobile microphones, and they came out with an app that kind of helps you utilize them a little bit better. It helps you change the polar pattern, the way it picks things up, things like that. But I actually found that it's actually a really good just audio recording app in general. So I'm going to go on ahead and open it up. It works just fine using your headphone microphone, and you can use a number of different other devices. As long as it's compatible with iOS, it's gonna, or Android, it's gonna work. So you can see here, it's one of the reasons I also started with this is it's kind of a basic version of a recording app that you might use, like Voice Memo. There's a bunch of other ones too, but just really straightforward, no frills app. So here you can see that I'm speaking, and I'm in the green. I can turn up my microphone on my headphones more if I want, and you can see it got a little bit louder. If I put this closer to my mouth, it'll be good. And this mic's pretty good at not clipping. In my last video when I talked about these meterings, and this is what you want to keep an eye out for. These meterings you want to stay in green, maybe occasionally jump into yellow world, but you don't want it to go into red. I'll make it go into red. Red! So yeah, you don't want that to happen. That's distorted, that's clipping, and it ain't gonna sound good. So this one, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. So a lot of these programs will also allow you to monitor. It has different symbols. Generally, you'll see either the word monitor, or you will see a little pair of headphones. This one has a headphone. And that allows, if you're using headphones like I am right now, it allows you to hear yourself at the same time that you're recording. So you're actually able to hear what's going on versus taking a wild guess as to hoping you're sounding decent and not clipping. So I will do a quick recording. It's very straightforward. You got the big red record button, universally known as the record button. So I'm going to push record, and here we are. So this is just like most other voice recording apps. It doesn't really give you a count in or anything. It just drops you in right away. So this is good to get ideas down, just to make a quick thing happen. It doesn't do multi-track recording, which I'll go into more on one of the other apps. But basically, multi-track is where, let's say I'm recording this and I want to go back and record over that harmony to what I'm doing here. So it's just one track at a time, which is perfect for getting ideas down. So I'm going to go on ahead and stop, and I'm going to take the monitoring off because I can hear myself talking. All right, so I have that turned off. Now, when you're done, you can just simply push the little check mark. It defaults to naming it pretty much the time that you recorded it and date. So I'm just going to put test 2 because I think I have a test 1 already in there. So push save, and the waveform is gone, and now it is in here. See, there's a test. So test 2. So from there, what's really cool, I use this app for exporting songs and whatnot from my computer and sending it to people. It's just not compatible with iTunes, and it's a whole mess. But anyways, we're here to record stuff. So once you have it, you can go in there and you can start kind of editing a little bit. You can go in and trim, kind of make it shorter, longer, do a lot of just kind of basic stuff. You can split it at a certain point in the song. So I'm not going to do any of that though. Another really helpful thing, this is mainly what I use this app for, is being able to share and receive songs and files. So you can go in there, you can convert it, you can add artwork, you can rename it, delete it, But sharing, you can send things over text messages really easily. You can save it to your camera roll. And then I am a big AirDrop person. I just love the convenience. It's compatible with all my stuff. So yeah, but you can share it to a number of different places right from the app. I do want to go on ahead and move on to the next app. So that will be the Voicey app. So the second app that we're going to be talking about is called Voicey. So Voicey is in a way kind of a social media form of musicking. It's hard to explain. So pretty much what it does is it is an app where producers will upload their beats, and there's so many producers, so many beats out there to choose from, and it helps you categorize. You can go to R&B, you can go to hip hop, trap. It has all these different categories, and it's a huge library of them, and it's great because it's all independent producers just putting their music out there and letting people sing along to it, and it's really fun. You can go for hours just searching through all of these. I think it caps out at a minute, and basically you find a beat that you want and you record yourself singing to it, or you can, I don't know, play guitar to it. It doesn't really matter. It's just whatever, you know, your microphone allows you to do. And so you get some really cool effects on it. It adds, you know, reverbs and delays. It even has auto-tune, like the actual auto-tune on there. So it's a lot of fun just browsing through there and seeing what other people are posting. And it really is inspiring. It's nice to see kind of the music and, you know, singing, producing, rapping group get together. Now, the app does recommend being 13 or over to download it, and it says, you know, if you're under 18, to review the terms and conditions with your parents. So I always ask and recommend that you talk to your parents before downloading any social media apps. I have never run into anything bad on Voicey. The only thing is profanity. So, you know, if your parents are not okay with that, then, you know, maybe make sure with them before you download the app. All right, so I'm gonna go on ahead and open it up here. So I'm gonna jump real quick over to this because it kind of loads. It kind of starts right away with people singing. So I'm gonna just open up and record a new Voicey. I have nothing prepared, so I might just do some humming. So. And hopefully it is capturing the audio. So I'm not doing what I said on my old video, and I'm not, you know, putting the microphone off of my hair. So we're just gonna go over here real quick, and we're gonna pick a beat. So I'm gonna go, just cause R&B is kind of my vibe, I'm gonna go over here and narrow it down to R&B. I'm not gonna waste everyone's time and be picky. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Okay, I'm gonna try one more. That is a nice beat, but... Okay, we're gonna go with that, because again, I don't want to be wasting everyone's time. But I mean, look at how many beats there are, and these are just new. There's popular, there's, you know, there's so many options. So once you find one you like, this is a beat by K6_music. I just want to give credit where credit is due. You should always do that. Credit your producer. So all you do, it's pretty intuitive. It's not anything new technology related. And right now I have 0 effects, but you can come over here and go to Clean Pop. And you can edit the effects, so it has auto-tune already on there. And cleanup. Okay, the echo is kind of... Okay, all right, that's better. So the cleanup, it's pretty much gonna shut off the microphone whenever there's not enough sound coming through, so it helps with that kind of... Hear how you hear the noise in the background, then it like stops when I stop. That's cleanup. Compress, it just helps keep your volume at a consistent level. Sometimes we sing a little softer, sometimes in the same instance we go really loud, so it helps keep everything in order. A tone, I think it just kind of adds a little saturation. Echo, as we heard earlier. Echo. I'll keep that up a little bit. I do like a little bit. A little echo. And then reverb is that hall sound. And then you can also do harmony. And then modulation, I've never used modulation, but I have a feeling it's gonna wobble my voice, so let's see. I didn't hear too much. Okay. So we're gonna leave it like that. The tuning can get a little distracting, but we're gonna just go on ahead. I don't even remember what this beat sounds like. I'm gonna play it real quick. I'm gonna hum because I can't think of words on the spot like that. Okay. So hopefully it okay. All right, so I know that was genius, but you get the drift. You can pick all these different effects, and you can even, edit the effects afterwards. It has some filters, nothing too crazy, you can go into vintage, noir, so nothing too wild. But yeah, I'm gonna go on ahead and exit. I'm not even gonna save that as a draft, it wasn't great. But yeah, we will go on ahead and move over to the last video of the presentation, and that is going to be BandLab. The last app that I'm going to touch on here real quick, because we are running out of time, is going to be called BandLab. So I feel like BandLab kind of integrates both multi-track recording and social media into one. So again, since it is social media related, just talk to your parents before you download it. Okay. And so I'm going to go on ahead and get this opened up. Stop stalling. Alright, so when you open it up, and I am fairly new to this app, I haven't uploaded much, but I just want to go on ahead and talk to you about the recording part of it, and if you want to explore anything else, you definitely can. There's a lot this can do. And so I'm going to go on ahead and discard the last session. Okay, so when you open it up, it gives you some options here. You can work with some loops, just kind of like little drum beats if you'd like, MIDI instruments. You can pick a virtual instrument, so I'll show you that here in a little bit. Guitar, if you have an interface, or if you want to use your microphone, you can do that. But I'm just going to jump over here. You can also import tracks, so if you have like a backing track that you want to record over. So really, really cool. So I'm going to go over here to just voice mic. Okay, there we are. And so it kind of has a similar sound. Oof, I am rubbing on that microphone. All right, so you can hear yourself. The monitoring is on clearly. Whenever you can hear yourself clearly, then that means that the monitoring is on. So you can go over here to a few of the different kind of master settings. You can perform to a metronome. You can adjust the metronome volume. And if you want to have a click track, there's a tuner built into it. On and off. I like it on. And then you can do notes as well, which is really neat, in case you want to take down lyrics, as this says, which is kind of probably the most important part on there. And then on the microphone itself, you can click on your track, and you can do auto pitch, which I'm assuming is the auto tune version of this. I haven't messed with it too much just because it's a beta, and I'm a little afraid of betas because sometimes they make it crash, and I don't have time for that. So we can go over here and start messing with some of the effects. And this kind of sounds like a megaphone. So I found myself really liking the Scotty tone. I don't know who Scotty is, but I like his tone. So we can go on ahead and select that. I'll come back over to the track. Oh. All right, so I'm just going to go on ahead and push record. I'm trying to remember how to get out. There we are. I know what I'm doing, I promise. So I'm probably not going to do much singing. And you hear how it has that same cleanup. So I need to adjust to that, but because it kind of cuts off the very beginning of the words, but it generally works. So I'm going to go ahead and just push record. You Okay, do some oohs and ahs. Ooh. There you go. So I can jump back to the beginning here. Ooh. There you go. So what makes this cool is you do have multi-track recording. Oof, it's getting weird. All right, so you do have multi-track recording. So I can go over here. I can add, I'm just gonna add a MIDI instrument, and I'm gonna go with this chill synth. So now the monitoring has turned off because I'm no longer recording vocals. So now I can go in here and do, I'm trying to find the note that I sing. I'm gonna go up an octave. Okay, so I think that's what I had recorded. So I can go over here. I'm going to, oh gosh, I should have kept that up. I'm just gonna hope that I come in on the right part. I know that was a very terrible display of how this all works, but I just want to show you that you can do multi-track recording, and you can go in there and do some mixing if you're needing to adjust the levels. Like that synth was very overbearing, so now when we play it back, I'm pretty sure I did not pick the right key for those oohs, but anyways, that is how it works. You can continue to add more and more. I don't know what exactly the limit of tracks are, but I feel like you can get a pretty decent recording. And it's not only keyboards on the virtual instruments, there's also like virtual guitars, virtual pianos, virtual any kind of instrument that you can think of. So you can really get creative there, because as a pretty exclusively key player and trying to learn other things, but since I play keys well but not guitar all that well, I can go in there and pretend like I play guitar with MIDI. So yeah, I'm sure we are over our time, so I'm gonna go on ahead and cut it off at that. These apps are great. Again, I don't endorse any of them particularly, but I do use these ones. So I hope you have fun with these apps and go make some music. Thank you for watching. Bye.